Hi everyone, today we will see how we can work with the Playwright Fixtures, and it is one of the most important concept in Playwright. So with the help of that we can share data between across all the tests, and also we can share the page instances as well when it comes to page object model as a design pattern. So let's see how we can set up, and I'll try to cover it from scratch so that you can learn step by step. So let's create a folder called base, and then let's create a folder called pages. So normally in a framework level I try to cover so that you can apply same on your project as well or in your framework as well, right? So I'm trying to create fixtures for page object model, because normally most of the all projects they will use page object as a design pattern. So this is very relative to that. Not only page object model as a design pattern, you can apply it for any other frameworks as well in a similar fashion. So the setup is same, the fixture setup is most likely same for all the frameworks. So under the base, once you created a folder, under the base create a file called base test.ts, and then under the pages create a page, any page. For example, I am creating it as a dashboard. So if you go to the base test, here we have to register the fixtures of a particular page or any data so that we can use that in here fixtures. Normally we will call fixtures here. So to call fixtures here we have to register in base test. How we have to do it is very simple. First we have to import test as base test, from Playwright test. Okay, this is the import we have to do, and then we have to remember a piece of code, that is a syntax. There is no shortcut for that, so we just have to remember that syntax, right? So it is very simple. Just declare a variable export const test equals to base test dot extend, right? This is a syntax you have to follow. This we have to remember, so otherwise we can't set up fixtures in any other way. This is a generic syntax which Playwright suggests to use in order to create a fixtures. So now in fixtures what I want to initialize is, I want to initialize my dashboard page. So in the dashboard page create a class called dashboard, and then here also we need to import page from Playwright test, because we want to pass page in the constructor so that the same page we can pass in all pages and we can perform actions, right? So read only page colon page, and define constructor. The same piece of code you have to write. So we have to initialize this page with the page which we are going to pass in the constructor, right? So it is very simple. So as of now I'm not going too much I don't want to make this code as too much complicated. Simply write any method, right? So that any method, for example, make it as uh, log message. This is how we have to write a method, and here I have given it as a void because I don't want to return anything. I just want to log something, any message like clicked, right? So let's see whether we can access this. Here always remember export this class by default, so that we can import anywhere in the framework, right? So so let's see now how we can access this method using dashboard object in the example fixtures here, right? So go to base test and import dashboard page. Why I ask you to add export here? So that export is a key. So with the help of that, we can export any of the classes or variables throughout the framework. So we can simply export here, otherwise you will get an error. Okay, export dashboard, right? See, it is giving auto suggestions dashboard, and create a variable in fixtures. Colon dashboard. Same, this you have to assign here as a type. So then it will become a instance of this particular, it will hold an instance of this particular class. So now this piece of code also you have to remember. So this is a piece of code we have to write, right? Dashboard async page use. Use is a method which again comes from the Playwright. So what it will do is it will take instance, any page instance, and that will store it in this dashboard variable which we declare here, and this will make this fixture syntax will make this dashboard available in a fixtures. So this is how we have to register, right? So next what we have to do, you have to export expect also, so that we can use expect and at the same time test from base test. So go to example.spec.ts, and instead of this you can comment this, and you can import test base and base test, and then now the error is gone, right? For example, if I comment this, see, you will get a error. If you uncomment this, you don't get any error. It means it's working as expected. So now we'll try to access that fixture which we registered in the base test. So if you simply, you have to click a comma, we have to enter a comma, and then start typing base test. Sorry, not base test, dashboard, right? See, now this dashboard is available for this test. Similarly, you can even add here as well, dashboard, whatever we register in the fixtures, it will be available for all tests. So now I want to log a message using a method which is implemented in the dashboard, right? It is very simple. So dashboard dot see log message, you just call this method, that's it, and you can run this. See, let's see like whether it will work or not. So if it will pass, means we registered fixtures properly, otherwise it will throw an error, right? So let's understand this. This is a test of hash title, so you can simply click on run button here. Yeah, the browser is getting opened. I have added some custom delays, so that's why it is taking some time, and then the test is passed. If you see, the test is passed here, and it logged a message as is clicked, which is again from the dashboard fixture, which we have added in the log message method, which we implemented in the dashboard, which again we registered in the base test. Right, it is very simple. Similarly, if you want any data to be you want to share, similarly you can define one variable like here, like this, shared data, and you can give it as any, and then same you can do it for shared data as well. So while using shared data, use array option, because we may need to, while sharing the data, again we will be having some options to configure. So it's always better to use array. Within the array, it's always better to declare within the array. Okay, again sync and use, right? So but remember, while sharing the data, do not pass page as a fixture here. So if you pass page as a fixture, you will get an error, right? So declare a variable const data equals to empty object, and then await use data. That's it. And this will be, and why I have asked you to use arrays is, I said, right, there will be some options to configure. Those we can configure here. Worker colon, yeah, true. Sorry, just a minute. And auto colon true, right? So what is the worker and what is the auto means? Worker means we are once we make this flag as true, it means this shared data will be available for the current worker. Auto means the data will be initialized to every test, right? So if you copy this and if you go to example.test.ts, see, shared data you can get. You can initialize any value here with the shared data, and that you can pass it in another test as well. So this is how we will configure our fixtures, so that we can easily set up page object model as a design pattern. Not only page form, we can even set up any environment related data we can set up through fixtures, and it is very easy to configure. That's it for this video. Thank you.